Thousands of gypsies, Roma and travellers have been coming to Appleby Horse Fair in the county town of Appleby in Westmoreland in Cumbria since the 1770s. The fair is billed as the biggest gathering of the community in Europe. Horses are washed in the nearby River Eden and then shown up and down the flashing lane, where they can later be bought and sold. There is a market, and the event, which lasts 6 days, is compared to a large family gathering. There is generally support for the fair and its attendance from local residents. Traditionally, the route to Appleby would take many weeks. The old stopping places would be used, but the 2022 Police, Crime, Sentencing and Courts Act has put a stop to this. The act was proposed by then Home Secretary Priti Patel and meant that the police were given additional powers to seize trailers and move on stopped vehicles. In a Freedom of Information request obtained by Drive to Survive, it was found that the Act had been used only a handful of times across the country, and even then only in the most extreme of circumstances. Drive to Survive is an organisation which was first dedicated to raising awareness about the Police, Crime, Sentencing and Courts Bill.
Now, quite literally, this bill, this disgraceful bill, seeks to criminalise Gypsy Roma travellers' way of life.
But are now focusing on challenging it. It is run by two members of the GRD community, Jake Bowers and Sherry Smith. Drive to Survive were at Appleby in 2021 to raise awareness about the bill. In 2023, they returned.
So we're here with Drive to Survive for two reasons. One is to find out what the impact of the Police Act is on Gypsy and traveller communities that are still nomadic. The word that we're hearing all over the country is that it's not made a jot of difference, hasn't made a single bit of difference to anybody. People are still travelling like they always were, they're coming here like they always were.
This year they focused on encouraging a diverse education, with Jake Bowers teaching blacksmithing and Sherry Smith teaching floristry. Head of Appleby Horse Fair and Share a Run for the Community, Billy Welch gives his opinion on the impact which the bill has had on GRT.
Basically, as you know, 95% of the police, they didn't want it and they didn't need it. We didn't want it. And the police have basically, they just refused to enforce it. It hadn't made 1/8 the difference. Never bothered any, we've had no problems, no complaints from any gypsy people, travelling people. Yeah. Because the police just aren't enforcing it. They don't think it's sensible.
You subjects of England, come give this some time. A story I'll tell you of what's soon to be crime. New laws that will take you from knowing your land. Like old we are pressed to defend where we stand.